Today on What's Next Garage Home Edition, we're going to be cutting in a recessed dryer vent and bringing a recessed gas line up. So we're using the Ox box gas connector. It'll be recessed in the wall. And we're doing the steel insert that will take this pipe off the wall so that we can push the dryer in closer. So we got ordered a new gas dryer. We got to get to laying things out, drilling some holes, cutting some drywall. So over here we've got extra pipes, nipples to come through the floor for the gas line, outlets to take the place of that 220 volt outlet. We're going to change that. We got a round to oval dryer adapter to go inside here. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. This one's more round, so we'll work that out. But that's everything we need. That's the project we're going to do. So let's get rolling on What's Next Garage Home Edition. Pretty much everything I hate about owning a home, we're going to be doing all in this one project. I'm just sawing a hole into the wall to make sure there's no wires behind it. I'm also disconnecting and pulling this plug out of the way. I did pull the power off there preemptively. I hope it's off. Let's see. Alright. Once I determined I had no wires and there was nothing behind the drywall, I just followed one of the studs up the wall and started to open it up. Once I pull this piece back off of the wall, I come to the number one thing I hate about owning a home, and that's dealing with fiberglass insulation. So the gas line's gonna come up there because it's right below this board. The stud layout of this wall was really strange. They had a bunch of little cavities, a bunch of different cavities in here. Kind of frustrating. I'm gonna cut that out of there. If the house falls down, the house falls down, but there's a stud here and there's a stud here. That one is, this one I guarantee comes up to this, for that opening. This one, so if this is for that opening, then it also goes up there. This one, maybe they needed another one for holding up the cabinet. Regardless, it's coming out. I never anticipated creating a straight line on drywall would be such a pain. But then now I can see what I need to cut out. All right, let's think before we do. Which is new for me. If we could here, because the piece is gonna sit in here, but that pipe is gonna come up, and it's not gonna fit because they've already. That's good. Oh, I guess I didn't have that blade in right. What the heck? I'm not out of there. Okay. Well, let's lock always lock your Sawzall or take the battery out, otherwise get away on you. Let's see, that's in there. And it's not coming out. Huh. There, I didn't think it was load bearing. Oh, but it's all screwed to that outside. All right, let's go here. Oh, what the hell? Look at that. Doesn't make any sense. Ah, kid, your hands are not hammers. Tweet. Okay, now we'll try it. Probably pop out of there again. Okay, that board's out of there. And the roof didn't fall down. So these nails are for my wooden siding outside. So right now it's providing a hazard. Hammer right here in this bag. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is this. Whoops. You guys won't see that, right? Nobody will see that. They don't know what that means. Just when I pull that board and batten off, it's gonna be pretty horrible. Horrible is an understatement. The poor guy that's got to pull off that board and batten siding is gonna really have a difficult time with those bent nails. We're making a cleanup here between stages of the project. Then I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to run the vent to get outside. And another thing I never really thought that would be difficult would be trying to get that little piece of drywall out of the bottom. But that drywall actually goes down below the sill board. I'm sure everybody knows that except me. No, I'm going to use that. Give me that other piece of...
This?
Yes. And then this is going to go in here like this to put us right there. But I got to cut the molding. So if this goes right to the floor, that puts me at about the distance of a 90-degree elbow.
Oh, okay.
Right? So then that's fine. Let's go. Let's try this. I hate home improvement. What am I gonna do with this gigantic thing? The problem is I'm not patient enough to do this kind of stuff. I can make this happen, I can make the gas happen, I can make the rest of it happen. But I can't make that happen. I feel like that kid in the Breakfast Club, right? You pull the trunk and the light's supposed to come on. The goddamn light don't come on. I pull the trunk and the light didn't come on. That's how I feel here with this. No matter how much I use the saw or the razor blade knife, I can't make the light come on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up the Breakfast Club and watch it. All right. I gotta break that out of there somehow. Somehow. You're gonna share? Oh, wow. Let me get this piece of molding out so I feel like I accomplished something.
Oh, no. Try it.
Oh, it's probably hot.
No.
I don't want to chew on camera. See, I edited it out.
I do it good.
No, I'm not a big fan.
I like the garlic and onion on it. I'm hungry, so everything if I taste good.
Even a skunk turd. How am I gonna get that out of there?
Saw it better.
Not your fault.
It doesn't look like you're all the way through.
Thanks.
Do better.
I don't know how I'm gonna saw it. Fucking woodwork. Cutting some molding.
That was a chainsaw, I heard, right?
Yeah, that was a chainsaw.
Okay.
Although it was a bit of an unorthodox way to cut molding, sure did work effective. Irwin wood tri-float bit set. I'm gonna use the for speed bits. I'm gonna use this one because I want to have a lot of room. I want to have a lot of room when I get that pipe through there. So let's see what we get here. The first part of the hole drilled through pretty easy. Then it starts getting caught, and then of course the battery dies, as usual with all of my cordless tools. Alright, let's see what we get here. Oh yeah! Oh, I can see it. Hello, zombie mouse. Still chilling. So I'm gonna pull that pipe plug, slide that pipe through, but there's gas in the line which I didn't clear, so I just shut the valve off and I'll just take that out of there. When you're working by yourself, sometimes even the most simplest task of putting a pipe into a fitting can be a challenge. Right alongside. It's pretty tight, and I gotta put a fitting on there yet. Okay. Worst case scenario. Alright, so this has got a nice trim ring. So this trim ring will actually make up for any kind of boogers I make in there. So I got a 90 over. Well, this is a street 90. But I got a 90 over and drill a hole in there. And then this will have to go up here because I'll have to go over and up to come over and up, because I'm not going to punch a hole in the side of this. So it appears that this fella goes in like that. Oh yeah, that's how that goes. And then this ring goes on there like this. Alright, so then our gas valve will go in there like so. Then we just got to hit that pipe. We got to hit that with into our 90. So we're gonna do a 90, nipple through a 90. I'm not even exactly sure why I'm running piped open pipe tape on this already. I don't even think I'm anywhere near putting the 90-degree elbow on there to get into the next chamber. Oh, ratsola. I'm gonna have to drill it on an angle. Oh, it's gotta go through the other leg of this.
Another really long one.
It is through though. So now that puts that gas thing way over here. Well, I'm looking at it and see that I have to just auger away. Okay, now we definitely got a big enough hole. Next step would have been the chainsaw. Oh yeah, we bored a big enough hole in there, even a friggin' gray squirrel can get through there. Yeah, that's huge. That's a big hole. All right, I'm gonna have to vacuum this up and make a pipe. Let's get this cut so we know the height. So here we're just making another hole for that aux box, the gas box. And you can see that I'm really doing a good job of laying out the lines and making the sizes correct. Now, put that in there. So it needs to be 6-inch face to face. So then we go 5/8 to 5/8 plus 6, so it's 7 1/8. So I gotta cut a 7 1/8 inch pipe nipple. And I have the hard hat on because I continue to want to hit my head here. So my kid took care of me. And then it'll land into here. And everything will be hunky-dory. We're moving along pretty nice here. Putting a little bit of pipe dope on there so that when I tighten that fitting into that elbow, I won't have to worry about leaks. I'm afraid all that spinning is going to give me a junk there. Junk. What can I put in there to keep? I mean, I need to open something that I'm not going to use. I'm going to use this, so let's open this. Alright, and then let's put, don't lose the screw. Let's put this into here. There we go. There. Now nothing will get in there. And we can grab this here and thread it in. Although the angle looks a little bit off here when I put the box in, I'm definitely lined up. Oh, that's gonna be horrible. This was a horrible idea. I can't get this fitting this way. So I'm gonna have to pull this out again and then somehow get in there and chew that edge away so I can bring that this way. All right? Let's do undo garage. So I gotta get that angle cut a bit. That's gonna be a treat. I ought to just take the friggin' chainsaw and cut that right off. Nah, that'll be a little bit over the top. I could take this off, hold this, then come back in with that drill. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. All right, let's try that. I guess it's just a good thing that the shank on these drill bits is pretty durable, because you can definitely get in there and put a lot of strain on them. This is probably the best woodworking I've done in a long time.
Oh, good Lord, that smells awful.
What smells awful?
Did you vomit back here?
No, that's pipe tape and dope. And...
Ugh, it smells like puke.
Oh, that's the wood.
Ugh.
Well, then get the hell out of here. We go back and forth quite a bit, bantering. Although sometimes both of us will raise our voice at times. It's definitely all in good fun, I think. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, right there. That's it. That's perfect. All right. Good, good, and good. So we're taking another shot at running this nipple in there. Pipe nipple definitely lined up good. Everything tightened up nice. Look, honey, it's fixed. Look at that, honey, it's done. This really is not any fun, just so you guys know. Oh, see that? And then it pushes that over a mile and a half. Mamma mia. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dent that in. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put that in. And that's gonna be it. Because I'm gonna have to trim that drywall there. Let's get the drywall trimmed. Now that can move freely. Now that it can be. There. There. No, that's perfect. Yep. These will just put a washer and something on there. It's not gonna go in near the main place. Yeah, it's gonna push over. That's gonna go down. Alright, nobody look. Or plug your ears or something. There, that's money right there. That's money. Money in the bank. What a disaster. Whew. This will get some special magic. I'm just not certain what. We gotta run that. Okay. All right, I'm gonna turn the gas on and check it for leaks. Couple of fender washers and some wood screws, and we're good to go. That is done, and it doesn't leak. Here we're just running the vent pipe out the house. Doing a little bit of creative vent plumbing. It actually worked out pretty good. I just used one of the old 90s because I ran out of 90s. And then I was able to get it to go right out the house. Turned out quite well. Outside I want to put a T. That way I can put some type of collector on the bottom. I have the ability then to be able to clean it out easier. Then here I just decide to make a gigantic cast out of the aluminized tape. holds them all together very well. They definitely weren't falling apart. Little bit of cleanup here between steps. And notice that I had to kind of dent that round pipe in to get the drywall to fit flat across there. And now I'm taking some dimensions to cut me some drywall. This was a test piece. This piece I ended up not using. It just went on the big pile of drywall scrap. However, this piece was the crown jewel of my entire drywall project. I'm on a very flimsy setup here, so I can't push super hard. That friggin' thing just jumped out. That was awesome. Ta-da! Every once in a while, sun shines on a dog's ass. Shazam! That right there delivers some clapping. Hey, that friggin' looks nice. That's, yeah. I'm gonna quit my job and become a drywaller. Yeah. Oh, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Okay, now we just got this little spot here. And I'll make that all one piece. Come down, a little over, down, and over. And then that's it. That turned out good. I'm glad I went back to that because I had that piece in here and it's really flimsy. But now, hell, that's really nice. No shenanigans. And that's a nice straight line. That looks good. Are you still worried about it?
A little bit.
What are you worried about?
The finishing part.
Well, shit on that. I'm not a finisher, but I'll do as good a job as I did on that patch over there.
You did do good.
See?
On that.
Yeah.
And I was.
Woo! And I was surprised. All right, so we need two. This is gonna require some drawing.
Why don't you just cut that out so it's the same as the rest?
Cut this
Yeah.
to there?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I could. Yeah, I will. Wait, where's my knife? My wife has a better eye for maybe finer details. It could very well be the OCD, but I decided to follow her advice, and it comes out really well. Yep. All right, and that's my piece. And if I can bring that out in one piece, then that's going to give me good solidity. Going to make it solid there. And then I just need to get a board for behind there, and then it's good. And then I got to figure out I got to shim that out. Shim that guy. And then I think we can screw this stuff all in. I watched a professional drywaller patch a hole in one of my walls this way. That board just kept breaking on me. I finally got one to stick in there, and I didn't want to put any more screws in there in case it broke again. And then along the sides I add probably a good 1/4 inch of shim. Okay, let's get this piece in. My wife is in the kitchen, not making a sandwich, but trying to figure out how to fix this. She said we're gonna have problems with this paper. And she's had that problem before when she's renovated other places. I think she said the problem was that it would crack there because that paper was gone and there was moisture that had the ability to come through. And then, yes, of course, the thing that I hate as much as antifreeze is fiberglass insulation. Once the insulation and the vapor barrier were put in, then I just reinstall the drywall and run a couple of drywall screws in there. Then I just install the round to oval adapter. That way we kind of get a feel on how it's going to stick out from the wall. Probably the second thing I hate most, slinging mud. I am not good at it. I don't claim to be good at it. I don't have the patience for it. And I hate doing it. Thank you. Alright, thanks. Appreciate your help. Yep, I do. I'm just not a fan of this kind of work. This isn't my gig. Kind of sounded like I was being a suck up, but she does help, and I do appreciate it. Yeah, but not with a foot long fucking trowel. Do you feel like you want to do it?
Doesn't matter.
Do you feel like you want to do it?
It doesn't matter.
No. Doesn't matter. Doesn't
do that.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't cut it. Do you want to do it?
No.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. You give me that. Why you fucking do it? Fine, then I'll do it.
At this point, I started to see chunks of dried mud in the mud bucket. My wife went to the hardware store to get some more mud and then buy some smaller trowels so we weren't using a putty knife. And then I just taped everything off and put plastic on the floor. Because I'm gonna pigtail them, I don't think I need them so long. Let's we'll go there. We'll go there. Oh, you know what? That was dumb. Because now I'm gonna have to friggin' oh well, it'll be just fine. We'll work it through. I'll straighten this guy out. Because the breaker sets the stage on an electrical circuit, I was able to pigtail off of the number 10s with number 12s, both at the outlet, and I did the same down at the fuse box. As long as I had a 20 amp outlet, which was sized for that number 12 wire, I'm good to go. So we're using a 20 amp. These are Legrand 20 amp tamper resistant. That's gonna go in there. Probably gotta break these eardrums off. Oh no, the ears are what's gonna keep it flush. Yeah, don't break the ears. So lots of times I'll break those ears off too soon. Then I end up putting spacers behind it. Yeah, I'm one of them guys. All right, let's get to. I eliminated the red wire, cut both ends off, and tucked it into the box. And then I used the white wire and the black wire to carry the hot and the neutral. So you see I've got that little extra. I don't like that, so I'm just going to cut off that little bit. And then we'll get that in there. And now it's perfectly flush and the insulation is all the way up. I bet you my wife is going to want me to put it in that way.
You think?
I like it to look like that. My oldest kid does all our networking. It's kind of what he does. So, still hasn't really dialed into fit and finish. But then again, once I open this up, you'll see neither have I. I did not restart the camera after I made an adjustment. So in essence, all I did was take the number 10s, pigtail number 12s, pull out that 30 amp double pull breaker, put in 2 single 20 amp breakers, and tie in my outlet for the dryer. That's going to do it for this episode of What's Next Garage Home Improvement. I will take some pictures of the final product when we finish it. Right now the dryer was delivered, we pushed it into place, and we're going to tackle it together one day soon. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. It definitely had a long length. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day. Well, there's a new dryer in place, and there's a few things that I'm gonna have to do. The installers just came, and they just tied this guy in. This, I guess there's some kind of steam function to the dryer. This is how they put the gas line in. It's kind of hard to see back there, but they just coiled up the dryer vent and kind of shoved it in there, so it's not really utilizing the recess capability. We have to finish up the back and tidy that stuff up, and this will be a wrap.